Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jumpa lagi sahabat channel terindah Suyadina, dimana dengan saya Suyadi yang insya Allah akan selalu menemani kita semua di channel terindah Suyadina ini. Terima kasih untuk para pemirsa yang masih setia menonton channel terindah saya ini, karena tanpa Anda sekalian channel ini tidak bisa terbangun. Untuk itu tetaplah stay tune, tetaplah setia di channel terindah saya ini. Insyaallah konten-kontennya akan bisa memberikan manfaat bagi kita semua yang menontonnya. Baiklah para sahabat channel terindah sekalian, karena ada komentar-komentar di dalam beberapa video yang berhubungan dengan kontennya, ada keterkaitan saya ini sebagai seorang dosen di Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan, khususnya Prodi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris, dan juga mereka meminta atau menyarankan untuk memuat atau mengupload konten-konten yang berbahasa Inggris juga, karena perlu diketahui bahwa konten-konten saya ini seperti gado-gado, semuanya dimuat di sana. Jadi apa yang terbersit di dalam pikir saya termuat, tetapi semuanya insya Allah ada manfaatnya. Untuk yang berbahasa Inggris juga tetap saya muat di sini karena memang profesi saya, keahlian saya di bidang pendidikan bahasa Inggris, dan juga beberapa sekitar 1-1,5% itu subscriber channel terindah ini juga berasal dari luar negeri, yang juga itu adalah kawan-kawan saya ketika saya kuliah S2 di India, dan juga beberapa teman yang dari negara lain seperti Iran, kemudian dari Irak juga, kemudian dari India tentunya, karena saya S2 saya di sana. Jadi mereka, oh ya, dari Filipina, beberapa orang dari sana subscriber saya, dan tersebar dari banyak negara juga, dan mereka curious to know about my content in English. Tetapi dalam bahasa Inggris ini kan terlalu banyak yang akan dibahasnya, khususnya ke saya di bidang kebahasaan seperti sosiolinguistik, phonology, morphology, dan masih banyak lainnya, khususnya tentang pengajaran bahasa Inggris. Okay, to fulfill the subscribers who really want to know about the English, so for this video I try to give contents, but the content still relates to the date to the born of the Pancasila of Indonesia. But here I just take the research from the internet also, and I just want to read. Okay guys, the title is about Pancasila. Pancasila is pronounced as Pancasila. It is the philosophical basis of the Indonesian state. Pancasila consists of two Sanskrit words, Pancha meaning 5 and Sila meaning principles. So Pancasila means that 5 principles. It comprises 5 inseparable and interrelated principles. The 5 principles are: first, belief in the one and only God. 2, just and civilized humanity. 3, the unity of Indonesia. 4, democracy guided by the inner wisdom in the anonymity arising out of deliberations amongst representatives. 5. Social justice for the whole of the people of Indonesia. That's the 5 principles of Pancasila. Okay. Next, I want to elaborate by reading the text, because I prepared the text in order to make it precise for what the meanings of the Pancasila itself, and to make easy to understand for the people, for the subscriber. Okay. The elaboration of the 5 principles is as follows. The first, belief in the one and only God. This principle of Pancasila reaffirms the Indonesian people's belief that God does exist. It also implies that the Indonesian people believe in life after death. It emphasizes that the pursuit of sacred values will lead the people to a better life in the hereafter. The principles is embodied in Article 29 of Indonesian Constitution, Section 1 of the 1945 Constitution, and reads, "The state shall be based on belief in the one and only God." So the first pillar of Pancasila, of course, has relations to the 1945 Constitution of Indonesia. So every people in Indonesia should or have to believe the only God. And if Indonesian people do not believe in the one God, so they're supposed to be not an Indonesian people. That's for the first principle, believe in the one and only God. Okay, number 2, just and civilized humanity. This principle requires that human beings be treated with due to regard their dignity as God's creatures. It emphasizes that Indonesian people do not tolerate physical or spiritual oppressions of human beings by their own people or by any nations. Okay, number 3, the unity of Indonesia. The unity of Indonesia, of course, dari Sabang sampai Merauke. Okay. This principle embodies the concept of nationalism, of love for one's nation and motherland. Okay. It emphasizes the need to always foster national unity and integrity. Pancasila nationalism demands that Indonesians avoid superiority feelings on ethical grounds for reasons of ancestry and color of the skin. In 1928, Indonesian youth pledged to have one country, one nation, and one language, while the Indonesian coat of arms enshrines the symbols of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which means unity in diversity. Social differences in daily life should never affect national unity and integrity. Referring to this question, President Suharto once remarked, "What we should do is to have these differences blend us together in perfect harmony, like the beautiful spectrum of the rainbow." Beautiful spectrum of rainbow. Okay. Unity in diversity of our countries, just like the spectrum of the rainbow. That's Pak Suharto, our previous presidents, said that. So we can imagine one rainbow. Rainbow must be many colors there, not only one colors. Let's make rainbow beautiful. The same like our country also, we have so many ethicals, we have so many cultures, we have many languages, we have many religions that make us beautiful. So please keep it in your mind that we are the same. We are one, unity in diversity. Okay, number 4. We move to number 4. Democracy guided by the inner wisdom in the unanimity arising out of the deliberations amongst representatives. Okay, amongst representatives. On this type of democracy, President Suharto said, the democracy that we practice is Pancasila democracy, of which the basic principles and legal basis are laid down in the 1945 Constitution. Pancasila democracy calls for decision-making through deliberations or musyawarah to reach a consensus or mufakat. It is democracy that lives up to the principles of Pancasila. This implies that democratic right must always be exercised with a deep sense of responsibility to God Almighty, according to one's own convictions of religious belief. With respect of humanitarian values of man's dignity and integrity, and with a view to preserving and strengthening national unity and the pursuit of social justice. The social justice. Okay. Every decision for Indonesian people should be taken based on the democratic ways or consensus or mufakat. And once even he is a president, cannot take the decision for our nation directly only by his own hands, his own decisions. It should be deliberately discussed in the way of representative ways. Okay, that's number 4 of Pancasila. Then, okay, number 5, social justice for the whole of the people of Indonesia. This principle calls for the equitable spread of welfare to the entire population, not in a static but in a dynamic and progressive way. This means that all the country's natural resources and the national potentials should be utilized for the greatest possible good and happiness of the people of Indonesia. Social justice implies protection for the weak, but protection should not deny their work. On the contrary, they should work according to their abilities and fields of activity. Protection should prevent willful treatment by the strong and ensure the rule of justice. Okay, number 5, social justice for the whole of the people of Indonesia. It should be like that. Again. But in reality, we really want to go to there. Even the social justice for whom it still be impossible for being reached today, because it's still in the process. Social justice and the welfare is kind of process. So every people should go there. But our constitution established for the people to getting or to go to the welfare of the people. Okay. There are the sacred values of Pancasila, which as a cultural principle should always be respected by every Indonesian, because it is now the ideology of the state and the life of philosophy of the Indonesian people. So, Pancasila as a basis principle of Indonesians to run the country, to process the country, to manage the country. I believe that Pancasila is the only philosophical life of Indonesia. So still in Pancasila for our people. Bagi mahasiswa bahasa Inggris, coba diusahakan untuk menghafal Pancasila ini dalam bahasa Inggrisnya. Jadi bukan cuma dalam bahasa Indonesia, tapi juga dalam bahasa Inggrisnya. Sehingga kita nanti bisa menyebarnya kepada kawan-kawan kita yang berada di luar negeri untuk bisa kita pahami secara bersama-sama. Sekaligus menyebarkan faham Pancasila kepada orang lain. Bila bisa. Tidak bisa juga tidak jadi masalah. Oke, demikianlah guys. Kita telah sama-sama saksikan tentang The Five Pillars of Pancasila. Semoga video ini bisa memberi manfaat bagi kita semuanya, khususnya mahasiswa yang berbahasa Inggris dan khususnya bangsa Indonesia yang ingin memahami Pancasila dengan pemahaman bahasa Inggris. Semoga bisa memberi manfaat, dan seperti biasa jangan lupa untuk selalu tinggalkan like, kemudian komen tentang isinya, apa yang bisa saya lakukan untuk komen yang Anda berikan nanti. Kemudian share kepada kawan-kawan kita semua, sehingga channel ini bisa terus berkembang. Dan juga bagi yang belum subscribe, silakan subscribe di channel terindah Suyadinat ini. Semoga bisa memberikan manfaat untuk kita semua, karena dengan subscribe itu membuat saya semakin semangat untuk membuat video-video yang lainnya. Dan saran dari para penonton YouTuber sekalian dan juga dari para subscriber sekalian akan membuat channel terindah ini kedepannya akan semakin indah, insya Allah. Demikianlah, semoga kita tetap diberikan kesehatan, tetap menjaga kesehatan, dan juga tetap beraktivitas, dan jangan lupa untuk tetap bernapas yang normal di era hidup new normal atau era kehidupan baru setelah COVID-19. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for watching guys.